Welcome to the ACEC New York webinar, ACEC New York Engineering Excellence, Preparing to Win. Your speakers for today's program are Linda Reardon with NV5, Engineering Excellence Committee Co-Chair, and Tony Arbore with Jaros, Baum Bolles, Engineering Excellence Committee Co-Chair. Audiocast quality is subject to your equipment, available bandwidth, and internet traffic. If you experience unsatisfactory audio quality, please use the telephone dial-in option provided in your confirmation and reminder emails. If you have dialed in, operator assistance is available by pressing #. You can send questions at any time by using the Q&A box located on the lower left of the presentation screen. Type your message at the bottom of the Q&A box and click the Ask button with your mouse to send it. A question and answer session will follow the presentation. I will now turn the call over to Linda and Tony. Please begin.
Thanks, Donna. Good morning, everyone. As Donna mentioned, I'm Linda Reardon, co-chair of the Engineering Excellence Committee.
And I'm Tony Arbore, the other committee co-chair. Today, we'll familiarize you or update you on the process of submitting your final entry to the Engineering Excellence Awards for 2019. And we'll be happy to answer any questions you have as you prepare to win.
So today our agenda is as follows. We'll be touching on all aspects of the program, including preliminary entries, judging, the role of moderators, as well as taking you step by step through the final entry materials. We'll also go over the level of awards, how winners are notified, the gala, protocols around inviting public clients, and public relations. And at the end, there'll be time, as Tony mentioned, to answer any questions that you have. So for preliminary entries, this year we received 156 preliminary entries. ACEC staff has processed them into a database, and you should all have received instructions on how to submit your final entry materials. Those instructions would have included the final checklist and an FAQ. But these documents are also available to download from the Engineering Excellence page of our website. The final entries are due on September 19th. We will accept entries up to September 26th with a $100 late fee. So a little bit about the judging. The judging will take place on October 23rd at the Midtown Hilton in New York City. Judges are invited by ACEC New York, and they include military and government officials, ACEC national and international leadership, educators from colleges and universities' engineering departments, representatives from relevant press outlets, and leadership from other organizations dedicated to the built environment. The judges will receive the executive summary and images of the projects that they will judge prior to the event. After listening to the moderator present the project, the judges are then asked to give a numerical score of 1 to 10 based on the criteria shown here on the slide. The judges are asked to base their score on the criteria that are based on the merits of each project and not to compare projects to one another. Also, there might be duplicate projects in a category because the program does allow firms to submit their part of a project, which could fall into the same category. Again, these projects are judged on their individual merits and not compared to each other. So the moderator's role. The moderator is a professional engineer who volunteers their time to present the project to the panel of judges. Moderators are asked what category they wish to present, and they receive all the written and visual materials prior to the judging. That's why we stress the materials you submit are really clear and address the judging criteria point by point. This is like one of the most important things. If your explanations are unclear, the moderators won't be able to present your project properly. Moderators generally present about 4 to 6 projects each. They're not associated with the project in any way, and many of them have been fulfilling this role for many years and are really very skilled at it. So in addition, each room is staffed with a room captain. The room captain is also a volunteer and is in charge of the room. This includes keeping the moderators on time, collecting the score sheets, and generally managing the room. The room captains are supplied with the project information, and they can also assist in answering questions for the moderator or judges. So the Engineering Excellence Committee usually volunteers to be moderators and or room captains, but really these roles are open to any ACEC member. So if you're interested in being a moderator, please contact ACEC New York. We're always looking for new moderators, and it really is a great way to learn about the judging process and to work on your presentation skills at the same time. It's also a good opportunity to network with key industry judges and your fellow moderators. So again, you can call or email ACEC New York staff to volunteer or receive more information about this.
And now talking about the entry submission, we'll go over the actual entry process. Remember, all entries must be submitted electronically, either through the online file share site WeTransfer.com or by mailing CDs, DVDs, or flash drives containing your files directly to ACEC New York main office. It is required that 2 discs or folders be submitted, one with the full project and one with a copy of the photographic panel. This will assist our office greatly as we prepare entries for judging and for the gala. Both discs or file folders must be labeled with the same project name and category. WeTransfer.com file folders should be zipped. Detailed instructions on how to create, zip, and upload your project to WeTransfer.com have been emailed to all firms that submitted preliminary entries, and the instructions are also available for download from the EEA page of our website. Remember to include payment if you are mailing discs. If you are uploading your files, send the check separately to ACEC New York's office. If your firm has multiple entries, please submit one check and note on the memo line, Engineering Excellence. We do not accept credit card payments for EEA. The final entry fee is $400 per project for members, $600 per project for non-members. Payment before the submission deadline is encouraged but not required. However, keep in mind that projects with unpaid fees will not be considered for judging. Now we'll review the contents that should make up your submission. Remember, the first disc or file should include all the items we are listing, while the second disc or folder includes only the panel. The first required item in the final entry form checklist. First item is the final entry form checklist. Complete this form after you have gathered all materials so you can be sure you've included all required parts of your entry. The project name written on this form will be the official name of the project and must match the preliminary entry. This project name will appear exactly as written on the marketing material, as well as on the plaques and in the video. The category should be the same category you indicated on the preliminary entry form. If the firm decides to change the name or the category, they need to contact ACEC New York directly. No name or category changes will be accepted after the final entry is received. All projects must be accompanied by an endorsement release letter from the client on client letterhead. This letter takes time to secure. Please do not wait to ask your client for the letter. The letter must be on the client letterhead and submitted as an electronic copy. Projects cannot be advanced to judging without a letter. A sample of what the letter should say is included in the final entry instructions. Many times, letters are sent directly to ACEC New York office. If this occurs, staff will notify the EEA contact at the firm.
And now we're going to talk about the project description itself. This can be technical in nature as it's reviewed by an engineer. And the goal here is to communicate the unique qualities of the project to the judges. The entries can include text, graphics, or charts as needed. And please make sure that the descriptions cover all of the following: originality, future value to the profession, sustainability, complexity, and exceeding the client needs. The executive summary It's another document used by the moderator to explain the project to the judges. This document will be sent to the judges and should be in layman's terms. Like last year, the executive summary should be submitted in an outline format, divided into sections based on how the project addresses each judging criterion. The outline should highlight what is unique about the project, why it's worthy of recognition. Also be sure to highlight the innovations that are present in the project, elaborating on what was included in the project description, because these highlights will count greatly towards your final score. And then, of course, the summary should work together with the photos and the entry panel, since this is what the judges will see on the screen as the moderator is presenting the project. Now about the PowerPoint. A PowerPoint presentation will be used to present each project to the judges. The presentation will have 7 slides, a title slide that includes the name of the project and the category, 5 image slides on separate slides, and a final slide with the panel. Don't forget to include a Word document with captions for the images that will be used by the moderator. No presentations should include any transitions, no animations, preset timings, or slideshow sequencing. And also a reminder, this will be presented for judging, so no identifying information such as firm logo or name should appear anywhere on these slides. The background should be plain white, shouldn't include any sort of template, especially not one that incorporates the entering firm's logo. The slides themselves should be standard size, not widescreen. The photos should be scaled down appropriately to fit the slides in the PowerPoint presentation. And to reduce file size, the images should be inserted from the PowerPoint menu and not copied and pasted. The digital project photos, 5 digital project photos, they're used during the judging process to help tell the story of the project. The photos should coincide with the written material, that's important, and photos included in the PowerPoint presentation can be different from the panel images. A separate Word document should be included with captions for each photo, and the captions and images should be labeled accordingly. Also, make a note that the size here refers to the photos as their own separate files. The photos should be submitted in the format requested. The size is approximate, but most digital cameras have an output approaching that size. And also, we do not recommend that photos be much smaller because they are used in a number of print and digital marketing pieces, both for the EEA program and for the association as a whole. So again, no reference to the firm name should be included on the photo, including logos, on any personnel vests or hats and images. And we have had that issue asked.
Now talking a little more about photographic panel files. The panel is essentially a presentation poster which should summarize your project in a professional, eye-catching way. We'll show you an example of an excellent panel in a few moments. Details for how to prepare the photographic panel, including types of photos and size specifications, are included in the instructions. The final panel will be printed in a 30-inch by 30-inch format. The panel design should include a maximum of 6 photos. A background image doesn't count in that. Just to stress, again, the firm name should only appear in the title box in the bottom right-hand corner, which will be obscured during judging when copies of the panel will be shown on the screen. There should also be no headers or other captions on the presentation. Panel files should be saved as a separate file in the second zip folder on the second disk. The panel should also be included on the final slide of the presentation with the bottom right title block obscured. We also ask that a printed or PDF proof of your panel be included for office use. If you are sending CD-ROMs, include a printed copy. If you are uploading your files, include a PDF. So here's a recap of everything that should be included with your final entry. The panel, as a reminder, should be included in the first file or disk, and then also sent in a separate file disk so we might easily print them. Also, be sure to include a printed proof if you are mailing disks or a PDF proof if you are uploading files. ACEC New York has contracted with a vendor to print all panels and ship them directly to the Hilton for display during the gala. An entrant can take their panel with them that evening if they are so inclined. Again, we want to stress that the best entries are those where the photos and panels work with the executive summary and project description to tell the story of the project. Less text and more pictures is best. Again, less text and more pictures is best. Use the text allotment judiciously and tell the story of your project. Show, don't tell, why the project is award-worthy. An award is presented to the firm who submits the best panel. The winner receives a special plaque, and the panel is featured in the gala program. Best panel for 2018 is what you see on the screen. This is a prime example of an award-winning panel. Minimal use of text, use of color, eye-catching photos, images, clean, not cluttered. If you have entered your project in the Studies, Research, and Consulting Engineering category, which is Category A, you need to submit the supplemental report with the entry. This should be submitted as a separate file on its own disk or in its own file folder.
And now a little bit about the award levels and the notification process. So every project receives an award. Based on the total points, the awards are presented as follows in descending order: diamond, platinum, gold, and silver. The Empire Award is awarded to the best project designed and built entirely within New York State. It's evaluated based on contributions to the economic health of an area, sustainability, and creativity. Diamond Award winners that fit area are entered in the pool of winners, and the winner is decided by the best overall score. The winner of the Empire Award will be revealed on the night of the gala. All firms in contention for the award will be notified that they're in the running, so they'll be notified in advance. Notifications of your award level are sent via email to your awards liaison, and as part of your entry fee, you'll receive one firm plaque and one client plaque. The Diamond Award winners receive glass awards, which will be given on stage the night of the gala. Additional plaques and awards can be ordered through ACEC New York. Also, regarding the Diamond Award projects, the projects in each category will be advanced to the national competition. It's important to note that the national submission and entry fee are the sole responsibility of the member firm. So ACEC New York will not cover the national entry fee for finalists. If you decide that you're not going to enter at the national level, we ask that you notify our office. And then finally, the Best Panel Award is given to the highest rated panel, and it's not tied to the award level of the project in any way. So the gala itself will be held on April 13th, 2019 at the Midtown Hilton. It's a wonderful, exciting event with guests in formal attire with live music and dancing. Prior to the dinner, there's a lavish cocktail reception where the entry panels will be on display. The Diamond Awards, as I mentioned, are presented live on stage to the entering firm and the client. The Diamond Award recipients are invited to attend a special Empire reception before the main reception. The Platinum, Gold, and Silver projects are honored via video on the night. All projects entered are also listed in the program journal, and all award panels are displayed on the screen during dinner. So firms will have the opportunity to have their photos taken that evening with their colleagues, clients, and entry panels in the special photo room. And lastly, a room block is currently available at the Hilton for April 13th under ACEC New York with a group rate of $279. You should call the Hilton directly and mention ACEC New York to get this rate.
Now we're talking about inviting clients. ACEC New York encourages you to invite your clients to celebrate with you at this event. However, there are some restrictions for public clients. New York State ethics law has allowed state and government officials to attend this event as it qualifies as a widely attended event. Each year, ACEC New York submits the event to the Ethics Department for review. A memo is sent to the firm asking if they want a public client invited. The memo asks for the contact information of the main invitee. ACEC New York sends a formal invitation to the client and a guest on ACEC New York letterhead under the president's signature. The firm is not mentioned in the letter. ACEC New York follows up with each invitation and communicates back to the firm if they accept or not. If they accept, they are likely seated at your table. Firms are not allowed to pay for the public clients, and the cost is incurred by the association. Because ACEC New York is paying for the public client guests to attend, we ask that you use discretion in inviting public guests. Please note that a request for an invitation does not guarantee that that person will be seated at your table. Many firms will invite the same individuals. Decisions on seating are made based on a variety of factors, and ACEC New York has final oversight on all seating arrangements. In the event that different firms invite the same client, we will work to make sure that the public agency guests are equitably distributed amongst the winners. ACEC New York will only invite New York public clients. Private clients are not subject to the same ethics guidelines as public clients, and firms are able to pay for tickets for their private clients.
So our last topic, but definitely not least, is public relations. Ads in the program journal are a really great way to congratulate your design team. We encourage you to take out an ad in the program. There's a program placed at everybody's seat on the night of the gala. After the gala, the program is placed on our website for viewing and shared to our full mailing list, as well as via social media. Sponsorship, the overall sponsorship of the event is available now. Sponsors are highlighted at every level of promotion of the program during the year, including the formal invite, the website, the program journal, email, social media, etc. So the sooner you sponsor, the sooner you can benefit from this exposure. Sponsorship also supports the ACEC New York Scholarship Fund, with 2 scholarships being given out at the evening. And we're really looking to improve even on the great success we had last year with sponsorship. And a full sponsorship guide is now available on the website, detailing the different levels of sponsorship that you can participate at. And also please contact any EEA committee member or ACEC New York staff if you have questions regarding this. And then a press release will be issued by ACEC New York on the Monday after the gala. This release will contain a full list of all Diamond Awards, as well as links to the Platinum, Gold, and Silver Awards on the website. Member firms can take advantage of the PR and marketing value by issuing their own press release. Firm press releases can be sent out as soon as winners are notified, but we also recommend that firms share the ACEC New York official press release after the event. And firms are encouraged to send out their own press releases anytime after they're notified of their award, but please refer to the program as the ACEC New York Engineering Excellence Awards Program. ACEC National has their own EEA, which is completely separate from ours. And so lastly, the gala will be live tweeted. We encourage all participants to join the conversation that evening. Our hashtag is EEANY19. And be sure to follow ACEC New York on Twitter to see the highlights of the evening, as well as the program highlights throughout the year. So that concludes this part of the presentation. At this point, we'd like to open it up to questions. Just a reminder on the deadlines: entries due September 19th, late entries due by September 26th. And any questions, please contact Erica Levine at ACEC New York, 518-452-8611, or erica@acecny.org.
Thank you all. for choosing to participate in this program. We truly believe that EEA brings value to member firms that they can't find anywhere else. And we look forward to seeing all the amazing projects submitted this year. So, any questions?
Thank you very much, Linda and Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to ask a question using the Q&A box located on the lower left of the presentation, type your message at the bottom and click on the Ask button to send it. If you have dialed in and would like to ask a question live, please press 7# on your phone now, and you will be placed in the queue in the order received. Again, that's press 7# on your phone to ask a question live. Tony and Linda, we have a...
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, we have one question which says, can you explain what is required for the supplementary report for Category A, for the Category A project entries, and what should it include? I believe that often what's included as supplementary information is Category A studies, and often you would have a study report that could be included as supplementary information.
Erica, anything that you want to add to that?
It's Gina. Hi. So, yeah, and usually in the studies category, there's something that's submitted to the client, and that's what we would need to have here in the office for that category. Victoria, does that answer your question?
So we have another question from Karen. Are the moderators given a fixed amount of time in minutes to present the submission? I'll hand that over to you, Gina.
Sure. Yes, they are. They're given 4 to 6 minutes per project to present. Room captains keep them on time.
All right, again, I'd like to repeat the instructions. If you'd like to ask a question live, please press 7# on your phone, and you will be placed in the queue in the order received. Again, that's 7# if you have a question. And also type in your questions on the chat if you're not dialed. Tony and Linda, we have 2 more questions.
Yep, we have a question from Judy Beckwith asking if we will send the PowerPoint to participants. So the PowerPoint will be posted on the, correct me if I'm wrong, Gina, on the ACEC New York website, and participants can download it from there.
That's correct.
Is that right? We have another question from Lynn Williams. In the project description narrative, if including headers, do they count towards the word count? Also, is there an opportunity to request an exception to the project description word count for a large project that cannot be accurately convened in 1,500 words? To
answer your question, Lynn, the header is not included in the word count, and we certainly allow, if you need to go over a little bit, we do allow that. We just don't want any firms to submit, 5-page project descriptions. And to keep in mind that, even if you have a longer project description, your moderator is still only going to have those 4 to 6 minutes to present. So you really want to make sure that you're giving them the most precise information that they need to articulate and highlight the aspects of your project in those 4 to 6 minutes.
I'm not seeing any more questions. Donna, do we have any more questions?
None on the phone, and I'm just checking to make sure that everything is set on the Q&A. And yes, it looks like all the questions have been answered.
I was hoping for some questions on sponsorship, but I'll just reiterate to contact myself, Tony, any EEA committee member that you know, or Erica at the number and email address shown.
Good luck, everyone.
All right. Thank you very much, Tony and Linda. This concludes today's I'm sorry, go ahead. Oh, we do have one more question.
Yeah, it's from Karen. Do the moderators use the executive summary or the written description, I presume? The moderators use all the information provided. I think, Gina, they're supposed to use to digest the information thoroughly and use the project description, not only use the executive summary, but they may use it as a tool, right?
Correct. And the executive summary is provided to the moderators and the judges in advance. So the moderators are the only ones that see the project description ahead of time.
Right. And we have a repeat question about, will a copy of the PowerPoint be provided? And yes, it'll be provided. It'll be posted on the ACEC New York website.
Yes, as well as a recording of this webinar.
And the recording is on the YouTube channel, right?
Yes, correct.
And we have another question. Hold on one moment, please. Linda, it's in the moderator tab.
Okay. So from Wendy Weston, it says, please clarify point by point. That means all subheadings must be addressed. Yes. I think you're referring to the criteria that were listed on one of the slides, and those are the criteria by which the projects are judged. So it's really important to structure your entry around those points, the points that are used for judging. I guess. Hopefully
Linda,
that.
I don't. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, no, I don't see any more questions. Wendy just posted, thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, I guess that concludes this. Gina, do you have any other reminders you want to issue?
No, and at any time, if anybody has any questions about their entry, give us a call here. Erica, Gina, Natasha can answer anything about the entries itself. We're happy to help you and give you some guidance. So good luck, everybody. We look forward to the project.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. This concludes today's ACEC New York webinar. Thank you all for attending.
The moderator has ended the conference.